All right, everybody. Our dream, our purpose, back. Gonna do another melt. Something I talk about from time to time. I collect cans. People collect them for me. These are for my brother. He's been saving them. Some smashed, some not. So we need to smash those up. And what you'll see is I have a full can here. These are already smashed. Real thin. When I say smashed, we'll smash some in a can, little can crusher. And then we'll actually put them on the ground and tamp them to make them thinner. The reason to make them thinner is so they actually fit in the crucible better. The more you can fit in there, better off it is. Again, on this melt, gonna smash all of these down, get them all ready. And then we'll pour all these into it, and then I'll get the furnace ready and we'll start melting them. I want everything done ahead of time so I can just focus. These are so thin, they go in there and they melt really quick. So what I'm gonna wanna do is get a little puddle of aluminum at the bottom. I get that, I might get a little bar. I'll weigh it so I know how much it weighs so we can kind of take that out of our equation. But I'll get that started and then these will go in easier. I'll still get a lot of slag off of it because of the paint on the cans, but we'll clean that up and we'll go from there. So we'll start off by smashing these down. Show you that a little bit, and then we'll set the forge up and get it melted. All right, let's get to it.
Here we're going to crush the cans, and then we're going to smash the cans. Crush, smash, crush and smash, crush and smash. Come on everybody, say it with me. Crush and smash, crush and smash.
All right, as I'm sure you have it in your head now, crush and smash, crush and smash. Just trying to get these done as small as we can. I've got some here, I don't have all of them. My grandson's still smashing some of the other ones. We've got them all crushed though, but I'm gonna go ahead and get started while he's finishing up just a handful. I'm gonna do the pans, muffin pans, as I have large crucible. What this is here is this is a bar that I'm actually gonna drop in, I'm gonna start with. As I mentioned, I want to get a pool of aluminum first, and that way once these go in it, it just helps them melt a lot quicker, a lot better. But I'll save this and actually pour one of these so we'll get it out of the way so we get more of an accurate how many pounds we have. This is only 11 ounces, but still, we'll get a pour and get that out of the way and go from there. So we'll go ahead and set up outside and then start melting, all right?
Are you the master?
Got the aluminum down there. That's what we wanted. Now, get Put that in there. A few in there to start. You got to see me put a lot of these cans in. These, with that aluminum at the bottom, these burn up pretty quick. So you see me putting them in there, then I'll use this to actually push them down in. Now you're gonna see different smoke from time to time. It's basically, it's the paint off the can, or sometimes, and a lot of the cans nowadays actually have just a plastic wrap around them. But that's what's burning off. I tried to do it outside. I've got it outside here, so plenty of air. Sometimes it gets too rough. I have respirators that I'll actually use. And then you'll also see me from time to time. You'll see me with the respirator on, but a lot of times I'll do it off camera. Just, it works out. But so what I will do is I'll clean some of this slag off. And it's really from the paint. I'll get a can over, and you can remelt those. You get some aluminum in there. You won't see it all the time, but you'll see some there and you see it disappear. It's either I put it in a pan, put it aside, or I put it back in to start the next melt off. But some of this is some aluminum. A lot of it's just the slag, the paint. A lot of aluminum in there, so I'll actually leave that in there. Put a few more cans in there, and then we'll clear some more. Also, I've heard salt helps us, so actually Morton salt. So I actually have some we're going to put in there as well. Help separate the slag. So get that in there. melted aluminum. And then all the junk floats to the top. I'm gonna scoop the top off, the junk off.
That's aluminum.
Now, I filled it up quite a bit because my plans are to clear this off, make a pour, and then still have some left in the bottom where I can put cans straight into it and they'll start melting again. So let me go ahead and clean the top up, make a pour, and we'll go from there. Not as much left in there as I wanted, but that'll be okay. Got a few cans in the bottom. Let's see how they turn out. All right, you saw me heat this up. You don't always see that, but it's very important. You want to get any moisture out of this. If you leave any moisture inside that, any of your molds, you're going to get steam create. It's going to create porosity inside, bubbles, air bubbles inside that are really steam. It's dangerous to do. So please, if you're doing any of this, make sure you're heating these up. And then that's everything we have. We got about 2.5 bars. Thought we'd have a little bit more than that. It was quite a bit. Slag. We got quite a bit. Actually going to weigh it up. So we'll save it, weigh it up. Some of it I will remelt later. Try to get a little more aluminum out of it. But and all I'm doing here is I just run on the inside of this. So it breaks the slag, aluminum, anything left over up. I'll do it sometimes in here, just so it's easier to clean up when I come back here to try to get everything out of there. So, all right, I'll let these cool down, and then we'll see how much, we'll weigh them up, see how much we got out of it. All right. All right, all finished up. What I wanted to show you here, and I talk about it, but I don't often show it, is this is all the slag that came out of that pour. All of those cans, I got about 6.5 pounds of slag. Now some of this, so you see this here, a lot of that is junk slag, but here, some of this is here at the end. I'm gonna be able to remelt and get some aluminum out of this. So I'm not saying that's all junk. So I will remelt parts of this, but a lot of it is junk. Now as for what we got 2.5 bars. Now you see the two different colors here. This one I allowed to cool in the pan itself. These two I actually took out and put in water. So a little bit of discoloration, literally 2-minute cleaning with the wire wheel, and these will look just as good as these are here. How much do we get out of all those cans? So here, these 2.5 bars, 15 pounds. I was surprised myself. 15 pounds, I actually thought it'd be a little bit more, but with this, weighing this, it explains it a little bit. And I did is I put this bar in at the beginning, I did melt and pour this bar here, really so I can just take that out of the equation. So added 15 pounds to our total, trying to work on that. What did I say we had? 239 pounds, I think. 254 right now. So keep going up. We'll keep adding to it. Like, subscribe, hit that notification button. If you have any questions, comments, please leave them. Got quite a few comments in the past. Some about the smoke and inhalation. I talked a little bit about that. Actually going to put an exhaust fan right up here so we can do more and go from there. All right. Thanks for watching. All right.